Hello, everyone. I was muted. Sorry about that. I gave you a countdown. You can't act surprised, Cohh.
I was surprised by the Zeke thing.
No, that's Zeke. Yeah, that's. You didn't know this? He's on the show today.
We're fair. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be with us.
We're good.
Yeah, I think it's a splitting image, 1-to-1. Zeke wasn't with us during his time at Hogwarts, but we got him after the fact. Yeah. So, thanks for joining us, Cohh. It's a two-man show. I don't think you and I have ever done a two-man show. Is that correct?
I don't think so.
I know Zeke and I have done a two-man show.
Yeah. Not a drop frames. Me and you have done co-op lots of times, just me and you, but I don't think any like straight up drop frames. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm fighting my head. I need to buy a new chair. Chairs are expensive these days, though. This same chair is about $1,000 more than when I first bought it. You know that?
Oh yeah, dude. I have to get a new chair up where me and the kids play, and I was just passively looking through chair costs. My wife was just like, "Oh, could you get another one of those?" and like pointed at the Aeron, and I was like, "Oh, what's the new Aeron going for these days?
Why is it so much?"
Okay. Well,
that's so stupid.
I see that has not gotten cheaper over time.
You'd think they like have a stick of RAM attached to it or something. I don't understand why.
Just
it's so
taped to the
expensive.
bottom.
Yeah, it's so pricey. It's so freaking pricey. Anyway, Zeke is. Where did he go to Oregon? He's mentioned it like
it's
multiple
not Burning
times.
Man yet.
No, he's somewhere with his wife and family, and wife's family. Washington.
Yeah, he's going to see Katie's parents. Yeah, they're doing a big family thing. That's right.
Yeah. Today he tweeted he was looking at rocks.
Washington
for 24 hours. The next 24 hours, Katie is picking up rocks on an island.
Cool.
I don't know what those guys get up to.
I'm doing the same in Palworld.
But yeah. Oh, that also
picking up rocks.
I spoke with your chat, Cohh.
Yeah.
We have to have a talk. I don't know if we can get through a two-man show with you playing games at the same time.
Oh, it's funny that you say that. I've already decided I'm not going to.
Okay, great. Fantastic.
I can get away zoning out when Zeke's going off for 15 minutes on indie games I'm never going to play. But it's like, it's me and you, man. I can't.
I will say this, though. If you do want to have it open so you can get that passive income, I'll allow it.
Thank you. I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah,
great. That's a great idea.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
That passive income.
Great.
I'll meet you halfway.
My food situation's great. I just hit plasteel and I don't have the bigger furnace yet. And oh my God, dude, I have 2 of these things running at full blast and it's a snail. I'm considering building like 2 more. My God, man.
Yeah.
I need 120.
It takes a while. We'll get to the old Palworld. Almost crossing 100 or 1 million people this morning.
Lucky just tweeted out an hour ago, dude.
Yeah,
they're like at 921,000 people.
Right now they're at 852. They peaked at 961 about an hour ago.
961.
Their all-time peak was at launch, and they hit 2.1 million. So they're getting another.
I didn't even hear that. No kidding.
Yeah, that was
they crossed
2 years
the
ago.
2 mil mark.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
That was in EA.
Yeah. So it blew up, and now they're kind of getting a second wave, which doesn't really ever happen to early access games.
It's easy to lose focus on that. That's wild to think that it was twice as popular in early access, even with how popular it is now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had like the whole Pokemon thing, and they had all the lawsuits that like blew up. At least
I had forgotten that it went past 2.1. Like 2.1 million people playing at the same time is insanity.
That is very insane.
So yeah, I had forgotten about that. But still, I mean, they almost the fact that they're now here we are years later, and they are with the pretty much same product outside of updates. Almost hitting 1 million is it's a fantastic game. Yeah, so it's worth every minute. Yep.
It really is. We'll be talking about it later on in the show. We got to start with news. Although I will say, did you get a haircut? I like you're kind of Ben Starring it a little bit. It's a little like Ben Starry because it's not like a full-on buzz like you've done before.
I normally alternate between 2 hairstyles. Either shave my head, or don't do shit.
Yep.
And it's one I'm always constantly, and I have been for the last pretty much my entire streaming career, been in one of those faces. That or a mohawk for charity. Those are my 3 modes.
Okay.
So my kids do not exist that way, believe it or not. So we found this new haircut guy, and I took my kid there, Kai, to get his first haircut. My kid Rowan got his haircut last week, and it was great. They loved the guy. It was awesome.
That's good.
And I went there just expecting to get a haircut because I'm going to GCX next week, right? Just trim up a little bit. And my kid Kai was like, "Can you get the same haircut I'm getting?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go." Like, whatever. So we have like identical haircuts now, pretty much. And yeah, honestly, like the haircut was so good that I think I might start getting haircuts again.
It's nice when you find a guy.
The haircut places.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's nice when you find a guy.
It's nice when you find a guy. I think I have found a guy.
There you go.
Freaking awesome. So
that it makes all the difference.
The dude was smacking my head like a bass guitar, JP.
Is he a Turkish guy? Like what
he is a Middle Eastern, possibly Turkish guy, metrosexual. His small kids hang out in the area too, which is great because our kids all play together. He's super awesome with kids. This is the kind of guy you walk in and he has lollipops and Capri Suns and kids books so the kids can hang out while the parents get their haircut and stuff. Nice. But here's the part that blew me away, dude. My kid's haircut, my haircut, in and out. I kid you not. We were in and out of that place in less than 10 minutes.
What?
This dude, he just grabs your head and just goes, zook, 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 zook. And then he takes another tool and he just trims the edges a little bit. Then he takes the end and does the top. And then he takes powder and he just throws it on your head and he starts doing this. And then when all the powder clears, you have this.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, how did you do that?
Yeah, 10 minutes is insane.
I've been doing this a long time. I know what I'm doing. And I'm like, you need a goddamn TikTok account, sir.
Yeah.
I think more men need to know that people like you exist because most of my haircuts were sitting awkwardly for 30 minutes and someone goes, snip, 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 look, snip, spray.
Then they ask you about your
and
day.
Like, I hate that. But this dude, I kid you not, he was just, it was like he was playing an instrument. He did not stop moving. He just did this, then went around, did this, went around. And it's like, you're a goddamn hair wizard.
Yeah. That guy needs to.
So yeah, those exist. So I'm back in Camp Haircut.
Okay. All right. Camp Haircut. Big updates. The world of Cohh. 10 minutes is nuts.
Maybe he was an army barber. I like that. Maybe that would check out.
He would probably
was ripped like and yeah. So that actually would check out. That's
I think you got your hair cut by a Turkish Navy SEAL. That's probably exactly a tier 1 operator. A Turkish SEAL, if you would. A Turkish tier 1 SEAL. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Specialist.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Anyways, video game news, guys. We've actually got some. Maybe the weirdest post I've ever seen from a game studio. It was like they had a gun to their head when they published this. Bethesda came out and posted a weird note from Bethesda Game Studio. I'll blow it up here and kind of go through it. Essentially, this came out, in the past, I feel like you would have seen the heads of the studios at Bethesda come out and like have a nice video and you get them in a leather jacket and Todd would be there telling these sweet, sweet lies. No, we got a blog post, and in said blog post, they talked about a little bit about the past, talked about Starfield and kind of touted some numbers. And then they talked about the creations, which is their like paid community DLC thing. They talked that they have paid out 10 million in royalties. I don't think I've ever seen a creations or a creator in the creation system. Have you ever interacted with that system at all?
I have not used that system. But I do know that it is very well used, and apparently it works how it needs to. That whole system was kind of Bethesda wanting to get between the modding community and the games and get their finger in the pie kind of thing. So it's it is what it is. So
Okay. They also have some new they have another Starfield update happening. They announced, I think, next year. So for the 10 Starfield fans out there, they said they had 17 million players log into it. So people that's a decent amount, right? It pales in comparison to their other IP, but that's still pretty large. Still a big deal. And then they jump into Fallout. and make a lot of statements here. They start off right out the gate and say that it's one of their biggest priorities today. They talk about Fallout 5. Then they go into Fallout 76, talk about Fallout 4, the fact that it just celebrated its 10-year anniversary. They could have left that out. I hated that part. Also, 35 million copies sold for Fallout 4. And then they just flat out, this has been teased for a while, or I guess leaked for a while by industry experts. They say, we also know many players want to revisit previous Fallout experiences. While we're not announcing any dates today, we have been working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Just kind of
and I talked to my chat about this. We're pretty sure this means reskin. Like
so not a remaster. Or you're not thinking
probably
Oblivion?
Not a remaster. No, I think it's going to be an Oblivion, which is a reskin.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's not a normal remaster is not something I would play of Fallout 3 or New Vegas. It's like whatever, I've done that. But a reskin, like you put that shit in Unreal 5, like maybe, like especially if you're gonna go back and do more fun stuff. So yeah, I that's the thing. I'm assuming this is gonna be like Oblivion, but you know, we'll see. Like a traditional remaster would not be that extensive.
Yeah.
By pretty much the term every other company uses. So we'll see if they're sticking to their personal term or if they're going to go with the more industry accepted term.
It is, well, let's finish the Fallout segment and then I can kind of wrap that in a bubble.
How's Oblivion? It was great. I didn't even play it. I played it for a few hours. It was good. If they do that to Fallout, like
yeah, awesome. Oblivion was awesome. Yeah, it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Talk a little bit about Fallout Shelter, which is their mobile game that came out when Fallout 4 did. So I guess that's about 10 years. That they said 250 million players for that, which is also insane. They talked about the show, and they said that they don't have a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year. They are planning something for the 30th anniversary in 2027 that'll be celebrated in Washington, D.C. All of this makes me think that they are still playing catch up to the TV show. Like that TV show kind of came out of nowhere and caught them by surprise, because any other launch that has happened for a game to TV IP, they've had something to coincide with it. And all Fallout has really had is like, have you played Fallout 76? That's it.
Yeah, the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah.
That was not a really well... I mean, if we know one thing about Bethesda is that they're not agile. Like Bethesda is not a company that works fast. So you know, if there was one company that was not going to be ready for something like this, the TV industry, on the other hand, does. So like that show was probably announced and done filming in a fraction of the time Bethesda could have even done anything if they had been told way beforehand.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's not out of, it's in character for it to be like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're already, I guess season 3 is already being filmed and produced, all that stuff. But they said production is underway. I don't know what stage that's at. And then they did get 10 Emmy noms for Fallout Season 2, which I missed. Most of those were for like tech stuff. None of them was, I didn't see any like acting or best drama or anything like that. It was all just, all the awards were for makeup and, you know, costumes and all that stuff. So what do they do after that? Oh yeah, they mention Obsidian Entertainment and talk about the studio collaboration. Another big kind of thing in this blog post of all places. They confirm they are working with them on a new Fallout project, which if they're also making Fallout 5, I guess they're going to do like a New Vegas type scenario here. After the fact,
I mean, a New Vegas 2 would make a lot of sense paralleling the TV show.
Yeah,
like that would kind of fit. That would fit in the game progression, and it would kind of match where the show is around. So, I mean, there's a chance, for instance, that whatever's going on in this new Fallout project is coordinating with season 3.
That would be the smart thing, yeah.
Which could be very interesting. If they were to finish season 3 of Fallout And then on the last episode of season 3, they're announcing the Obsidian Fallout game that you can play in the world you just finished watching in season 3. That would be one of the cooler marketing things done in a while.
Yeah.
Especially if that game turned out to be good and like was very cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, they have options. It's going to be interesting. I have 2 concerns with this whole thing. First of all, they've already announced Fallout 5 is going to be on the Creation Engine.
Right.
Damn.
Yay.
that stings a little bit. That's a game that could be like 7-10 years away, and they're already saying we're sticking to our guns. And yeah, it's going to be on CE3, which is, you know, foundationally the previous CE's just updated, but it's still going to be good old Bethesda engine in there.
Yeah.
And then what was, oh wait, that was the first thing. There was another one, but it slipped my mind. We'll come back to it.
Yeah, the Creation Engine 3 stuff, I think, was...
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate.
I don't... If they would have announced, like, oh, we're moving to UE5, I don't think I would have been, I'd be more upset if it was UE5 over CE3, no?
If they actually said that for Fallout 5, even if it was just like, we're exploring the use of alternate engines and foundational technology, I would have been like, yeah, yeah, thank you. Like, oh my God. Like it really, like, there's this old story. There's an old story. And the adage from it is an albatross around your neck. And I really feel in a lot of ways that that's the creation engine for Bethesda. They're tied to this thing that they can't seem to get rid of. And there's no question it's holding them back. I mean, you look at Starfield in parallel with the other games of that type around that time, and even games with less budget were just shining in some ways comparatively. So they're putting lipstick on a pig that's not only a pig at this point, it's an old pig. Yeah. It's an old pig with lipstick on
really
it.
Old
and it's
pig.
Like, and at this point, its whole face is lipstick. So it's just like, man, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's definitely rough. Well,
and for the record, I'm not saying go UE, just any other, whatever option works best for them. Really. That's not this.
Right.
Yeah.
They talked a little bit about Elder Scrolls Online. They've got a new, I guess they're doing seasons now in Elder Scrolls Online. So
yeah.
it's Return of
After
the Thieves
11
Guild.
years.
Yeah.
And what's interesting though is somebody told me about that kind of mockingly. And then I thought about it and I'm like, no, of all the games that could use seasons, like MMOs are a great one. Like a big fresh amount of content every 3 months, like contained little story things that keep me interested and keep me logging in. If there's one type of game that could use seasons, like, more power to ESO. I'm not a player myself, but I'm sure the players are thrilled.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome.
WoW has kind of been doing that. Final Fantasy kind of does that with its incremental patches. So it makes a lot of sense. Speaking of Elder Scrolls, they then talked about Elder Scrolls 6 in the next post, saying that is their current focus. They also mentioned the Creation Engine 3 again, calling it a shared technology platform they've been building since Starfield's launch. It allows their teams to support multiple projects simultaneously with new tools, rendering, and systems that define their games. Fallout 5 is currently in pre-production. Elder Scrolls 6 is their primary development focus today. I don't know if that's kind of wild to hear, I guess. Just thinking about the sequel to, or the next game after Skyrim is a little bit insane for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the only silver lining here is, you know, and I was talking to somebody like, what do you think is taking so long? Why do you think Elder Scrolls 6 is taking so long? And the only silver lining that we came up with is there is a chance that Bethesda realizes like the situation, is becoming aware of it, and has for the last X years been just making a giant full of content handcrafted Elder Scrolls 6. Basically not what Starfield was. Like more basically what I think people wanted Starfield to be more of.
Yeah.
So it's like, if that's why they're taking so long and not just kind of dumb managerial reasons and stuff like that, if they really are like cooking this and kind of as a blast hurrah kind of thing. I know this is very wishful thinking, but it's hard to think about why it'd be taking this long otherwise. They've got to be doing something, right? So it's like, what when you already have so many things already established in your universe, what is the delay? What is taking them this long? What do you think?
I don't know. It's one of those things too where when I start thinking about like what's taking them so long, I immediately go to like, well, what do I want from the next Elder Scrolls game? And I mean, you at the end of the day, I guess I just want more Skyrim, but bigger and maybe like more integrated systems with one another and, you know, a prettier looking Skyrim at the end of the day. It's kind of what I would like. I don't know if you have any good ideas on that or if Chad has any good ideas on like what they want from the next Elder Scrolls game, but it was such Skyrim was such like it never did, it didn't do anything that was like new. It just created like an open world to get lost in that was really, really immersive. Very well, I feel.
Yeah. A world that was fun and meaningful to explore.
Yeah.
Like you knew going places there'd be something interesting or fun to see or hear or do.
Yeah. So I guess that again on modern day things, I'm not sure. Like what?
I think that's a perfect answer. I mean, you want more by today's standards.
Yeah.
You don't want more. You don't want a Skyrim expansion. You want a new Bethesda, and you want more of what you loved from there in today's current age. I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm going in hoping Elder Scrolls 6 is a huge handcrafted love letter to Skyrim fans. That's my hope. Like take everything that made Skyrim good, but make it deeper, make it more immersive, better voice acted. I will say that there is a formula kind of a formulaic approach that Bethesda takes. And I feel like with Starfield, it became more apparent that formulaic approach is not really cutting it. So I do hope to see that they take some of the very public feedback from Starfield and focus on that part of like their story and dialogue and the immersive elements. And, you know, there's room for improvement there. And I hope to see that in ES6. But I mean, even if they just do their normal formulaic Bethesda, if the sandbox is big and interesting enough, I mean, it could still be a really great, freaking awesome game. You know, like a way above average. Like they do sandboxes well when they really focus on that. So
yeah,
hopefully if it's pretty enough and it runs well and you know, like that's, I don't think I can say my hopes are super big for it. So expectations are managed. That's for sure.
Yeah. The other thing I think I would be really pleasantly surprised by is if they like actually had some really well-written stuff in that game. Whether it's like side quest or the main quest or all of the quests, like just give me some like proper, you know,
some real twists and turns. Some stuff that makes you think, some stuff that makes you question what you're doing. There's, they have, Bethesda kind of has these barriers, kind of like you could say sometimes like a Disney movie has almost, where it's like bumpers in a bowling alley, where sometimes stories will approach things that get a little dark or really interesting, or maybe this is something I haven't seen before. And then you kind of bounce back into normal. Oh, it was just that, you know, oh, it was just, and I would love to see more risk taking from them as well. Yeah. It was wildly telling playing Starfield parallel to Cyberpunk. I mean, it was like I was playing games made for two different age groups in terms of like how deep and dark they wanted to get. It was like, it was a little strange. It feels sanitized, I think is the best word I could use. A lot of Bethesda stuff feels sanitized, like they need it to be safe for general consumption. And I kind of hope they spike it up a little bit. Maybe.
I would agree.
You know, take a little bit more risks with that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Skyrim came out so long ago that I feel like the evolution of narrative in video games has just changed. That if they release an Elder Scrolls game with the same style of narrative that like Skyrim had, it's going to get knocked pretty bad for that. But maybe the audience doesn't want that of a Skyrim game, so maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah, and Bethesda doesn't need to do like a cyberpunk, like, you know, that there's places for that more avant-garde dystopian corpo commentary kind of stuff, but they can still go far deeper and more interesting into their narratives. Their narratives, a lot of times, some of their best content for me in Starfield was like some of the side quests, the side missions that explored like more deeper emotive connections and more like connections to people's, how they existed in their society and how that related and stuff. And the main story just like did almost nothing for me, like at all. And it was weird. I hope again ES6 has more of an oomph. But it's interesting, we're talking about this, right? 80% of people who played Skyrim didn't finish the main story.
Right.
So, I mean, we do have to be acutely aware of like what people are going to be really focused on in ES6.
Yeah.
Mercer and maybe it's not the story at all.
Mercer in my chat says, I'm going to be honest, after you guys raved about Crimson Desert, I don't think people give that much shit about a main story. Like, that's kind of true.
Yeah. That's not wrong. I mean, some people like me, and I feel like you in a lot of cases, like we love a good main story. Like it's like it's like the icing on a cake, right? It makes that whole experience complete. But there are huge sections of gamers that could not care less about them. They just completely they don't care about the ending. They don't care about the characters. That's not what they're there for. So yeah, I think, and thinking about Skyrim, maybe that's one of those games. So the argument there, I guess, and that's where this kind of gets interesting, right? Because for someone like me, I kind of need that main story for that investment.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like, is it okay to want that in ES6? Or is it okay to want to expect that in ES6? You know what I mean? Knowing what we know of Bethesda, is it fair for us to go, I hope ES6 has a gripping main story?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it in a world where setting expectations is kind of a bad thing when it comes to video games, because your expectations are oftentimes never going to get met. Maybe... So I saw someone in your chat say like, good writing and a Bethesda game, choose one. Like, while harsh, I don't necessarily disagree with that statement given their track record.
It's a very umbrella statement. There obviously is some damn good writing in Bethesda games. It's just not it's not at the forefront. It's not at the front of the Bethesda experience is good, powerful, solid writing. You kind of have to look for it. You have to burrow into side quests or lore or things like that. It's in there. They have some good writers, but they just, again, they seem to sanitize all the surface level stuff. So all the stuff that's kind of is most facing the player is just so safe.
Right. Yeah. We will see. That's the main focus. Here's my question to you. When do you think we actually see that game in a video form at a presentation? Do you think next summer?
I think we have to see it soon, man. I think Microsoft is losing patience.
Yeah.
I think that Bethesda's getting yelled at this point.
Probably.
So, I mean, I can't imagine it's going to take that much longer to start seeing things from it. I'm guessing it has to be here before 2030. So like I 4 years, if it's not here within 4 more years, like that's, if you were to start most games now, like today, they'd be done before 2036.
Sure.
So like or 2030. So I can't imagine it taking much longer than that. The reason I said that date specifically is somebody said, when do you think it's going to come out? 2029, 2030 is my guess. Going by what they're saying and how much they've released and when they announced it and where we are and all that, I would say 2029, 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, they could make it like a Project Helix launch title and launch it with that new console as like the killer app. That would be a thing I could see them doing.
Does that mean Cyberpunk 2 will come out before then? Yeah, probably.
Probably. What's timeline on Cyberpunk 2? Is that 2028?
I think people are guessing 28, 29, but they're being pretty tight-lipped about it. CDPR, for good reasons, is pretty focused on trying to do this one right after the last one. So sure. I think they're being careful. Yeah. They're being careful.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. Well, it was a weird post to get all that from a blog. Typically, that's a long. I think the worst part is the very clear and rather overt timing of it to just kind of obfuscate all the stuff going on with the layoffs. Like that's always, it's always kind of unfortunate when you see good people being super excited about stuff like this. Right.
Because it's nothing against them, obviously, but it's just, that that's the exact thing that the corpos wanted when they walked over to Bethesda and said, we need you to write this letter because we've got too much attention on this other stuff. And it'd be a real easy way to just kind of get a win. So, I hate that. I hate it.
Yep.
I hate it.
Yep. I agree. I agree that was definitely a thing. was definitely a thing. Jumping over to the other side of the video game world, over at Sony, specifically Bungie, the game director on Marathon,
Ziegler,
is left. He's done.
Very strange for them to have quite recently confirmed that they were still all into Marathon, and then basically the guy that's running Marathon is now off the team.
Yeah.
So,
in some ways, it kind of
I didn't even play it, and he was obviously the guy that was making it happen in a lot of ways.
Right. It kind of comes off like is almost like a sacrificial lamb, in order to say to the community, like, we need to make a change with Marathon, but we're not sure what that is yet. But we are going to fire the head guy. So change is happening. We're just not fully there. That's kind of what I read this as. He also might have just been like getting the fuck out. Yeah, he might have been getting the fuck out. But
because I have to say, I would think that would flag firing the guy that has basically run the game to this point is arguably the worst flag you could give to that game's community.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you're liking the game right now,
well, true.
Guess what? The dude that's been making it, we're firing him. So now all the people that are actually playing Marathon, because they actually like what's there, now they don't know what they're going to get.
And
I don't really think that anyone's looking at this and going, oh, that guy's gone. Time to try Marathon.
Well, I mean, it would speak to the people not playing, I guess, and the idea that it's like, oh, new leadership, maybe they can right the course of the ship back on track. But I think that's a little bit of copium and hopefulness for me, because I think most people are going to take it like exactly what you just said.
I don't see a way that this is a good move for anyone involved. I think this may just be people were joking about in chat a second ago, but this flat out could be a rip Bungie situation. This may be a situation. What was it? Who was it? Sheer from Twitch. Was it Sheer? Where basically he was told, what was it, him that he was no, I don't think it was him. Was it someone was basically told, like, you're gonna have to lay off 1,000 people, and he was like, no, screw that, I quit. And then the other guy came in and then immediately did the layoff.
Was that Twitch? I forget.
I can't remember now. I thought that was Twitch, but you know that happened.
Oh, that was Kaplan. That was Kaplan at Overwatch.
Is that Kaplan?
Yeah, Jeff Kaplan.
There we go. There it was. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm sorry, I blanked there a little bit. But I mean, maybe it's that kind of situation. Maybe they came to Ziegler and they were like, we're shutting Marathon down. Like, go, let the team know. And he was like, I'm not firing my team. They're great. I love my team.
Yeah.
They were like, cool. See ya. Like, maybe it could be a canary in the coal mine kind of thing. This could be the canary. Potentially.
Could be.
But time will very much tell. The next probably month will be exciting for Marathon. They have to announce what they're doing with it. They just fired the game director. So they have to say at some point in the near future what the hell they're doing.
Right.
They said they did announce already, though, that I think he said in his post, the guy below him is now the new director.
Del Chafe the third, who is now bumping up to game director, as well as Julia Nardine, who is the creative director currently, I think is also going to be helping with that process. So maybe she's going to be like co-lead, I guess. But yeah, Marathon continues on a rocky path. I have no inside info. I have no reason to say this other than just vibes. I think within a year that game shuts down. I really truly do. Like, I don't see it unless something is crazy. I don't see it changing.
I'm going to be real with you. I'm surprised it's still here.
Yeah, especially given Sony's track record, right, of shutting stuff down.
Sony's, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, considering what they did to Concord and stuff like that, like, they know it's not going to make them money. I mean, at this point, I think they're just trying to leverage the PR cost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Not a good look. Not a good look. Not really anything specific to any one PlayStation news note, but they continue to get absolutely destroyed by the internet comment wise. They put out it was another weird thing, they put out this like 90-second new kind of cinematic Wolverine trailer. And the Wolverine video has maybe some of the most creative commentary I've seen from the communities of video games. And they also did like a weird thing where throughout the video, Wolverine's very focused on this physical photo of him and Jean that's like slowly getting burned away. And the comments just like lit them the fuck up for like, wow, Wolverine's trying to keep physical media alive. And it's just like, oh my God, how did someone not watch that at Sony and be like, they're gonna light us up?
Oh no.
They're gonna light us up.
No.
It's really
Sony.
crazy.
You could not pay them to keep their foot out of their mouth. It's just the last few years, man, have just been the weirdest decisions. Yeah, they've just been like, how did you think these were gonna work out? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah, it's not been great. This is the said trailer. I'll read some different comments here. 15,000 likes. You know who isn't the healer or the hero? The killer of physical. 5,000 likes. Wolverine out here fighting for his last piece of physical media.
Oh my God.
Tons of like, can't wait to own this game physically. Wolverine getting mad over the loss of a physical photo is quite the choice for the trailer at the moment. That disc is going to look awesome.
I heard. Now, I don't know a lot about this. A buddy of mine said that it's something that's kind of like bubbling under the surface, but apparently there is some kind of boycott that's starting up that people are like, oh, you don't want to do physical anymore? Well, I guess we don't need your physical consoles until you decide to go back on that. So we'll just go ahead and enjoy your physical consoles in our imagination until you decide that physical is worth something again. God.
Yeah.
Which I thought was an interesting approach to that.
Yeah, that fight stick, by the way, the first social media post that they went with, that thing got delayed. They flat out delayed it after that announcement. I don't know if they said why, Chad, if they did comment on that at all. But they just flat out delayed it, and I don't know why. Because unless I guess it's hardware shortages or something, but I don't know what that was about. Delayed a release on the same day as Token? No, I think it might have just been a component shortage. So that was kind of the big, I guess, or not big, but that was a news bit from PlayStation. What else was there?
Have you seen that there has been suddenly a bunch of major progress made on PS5 emulators lately? You don't say.
I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's a handful of posts out there of people discussing that. Smaller headlines. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting a permanent price reduction as the new DLC bundles, and new DLC bundles. Is they kind of, it says, the headline is, as Capcom looks to further recover from a year of middling reviews. Did they have middling?
What?
I don't agree with that statement from Games
Now, Monster
Radar.
Hunter Wilds wasn't super great. Monster Hunter Wilds had a bunch of tech issues. It had problems. But I mean, most games were great. If anything, we've been talking about recently how they've been kind of on a streak.
Yeah, RE9 was incredible. Pragmato for a new IP, I thought was great. It
was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Street Fighter is on a generational run right now.
Yep. Yeah, I think they're specific. Chat's saying it right now. They're probably specifically saying it, but like the Wild reviews were middling. And they were, to be fair. That was their one not great one. One of the not great ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Capcom's a big company. They churn out a lot of stuff pretty quick.
That is true.
Bethesda.
What else here? Glenn Schofield has announced his retirement. He is the Dead Space creator. He was the one that came up. What was his like Dead Space like? You brought it up last week, or maybe the week prior.
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah, that was his thing.
That was unfortunate, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that had been a better experience overall. Like it was close. It was a close but no cigar game, unfortunately, and it's kind of sucks. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Reading
Kinda
through
sucks.
this,
I still have. They sent me one of those, the physical big cutter thing from that game.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, still got that thing.
He posted on LinkedIn about that. He had, I guess, an emotional video. And he didn't give an explicit reason for his retirement. I guess he's been in the industry 35 years. I think he paid his dues. Right? Like, he also created
What was wrong
Dead
with
Space.
Callisto? Callisto Protocol, it was a fine game, but it had like, there were some parts about it that really didn't make any sense. Like the combat system had an endless dodge mechanic that was really easy to do. So right off the bat, you were like, the entire vibe of the game was thrown off as like a survival horror Dead Space game. It also had some weird design decisions in terms of like how the movement was done. There were some bugs at release. But I mean, the thing is it wasn't a terrible game. It wasn't a bad game. I played the whole thing through. Like it's fine. There were some really cool scenes in it. Some really weird body horror stuff, some cool science-y parts. Like it was a damn decent game, but it was not a Dead Space. It was not a 9 of 10. It felt more AA, if anything. And it was a AAA. It was marketed, budgeted, and sold as a AAA game. It was like a good AA, some kind of janky AA experience.
Yeah. I think that was kind of the general conversation around it too. Cohh's not alone in that thinking. That most people agreed with him. I never saw anyone like die hard fanboy over it. So,
unfortunately, yeah.
Jennifer English will be stepping away from her Tides of Annihilation role after health concerns. Yeah, this was
I've
a lot of people
of
were
messages about that recently.
Yeah, because I guess go into that if you would like. You also had some announcements past week.
Super brief. My Game Memberville had a trailer, and we also announced our voiceover cast, and things have been relatively nutty. And one of the members of the voiceover cast we just announced like 3 days ago is Jennifer English.
Right.
So then 2 days later, it comes out that she is stepping back from a very major role she's doing because of health reasons. So the question to me is Jennifer still in Emberville? And the response I'm giving is, although I do not work directly with her, I haven't heard anything has changed. And from what I understand about the role she's leaving, she was the protagonist. So it was a giant role. So I in Emberville, she is one of a plethora of villagers. It's a much smaller scale. So I don't know if that's influences her decision, but last thing I'll say is we obviously don't care if she needs to step back for any reason, and we're more than fine with it. We can recast, no problem. But we hope everything's good.
Yeah.
The only reason we know she stepped back is health reasons. So hopefully, again, everything's great.
Yeah. Reading her full statement here on IGN. She goes on to say, recently I found myself needing to slow down and reassess the commitments I've taken on. After careful thought, I've realized I need to take time and rest and properly look after my mental and physical health. That man, I've made the difficult yet personally necessary decision to step away from the project as it moves into the next phase. So, yeah, it sounds like to me reading that she just got inundated with project after project after project after project. And like you said, taking the protagonist / main role of a brand new IP is a lot. Yeah, that's definitely a lot. So she will be stepping back. I do not believe she has been recast just yet. I don't think they have any news regarding who will be playing its main character, Gwendolyn. But yeah, the trailers for that Tides of Annihilation look cool. So we will see. Yeah, get Matt Damon in there. He's hot right now. That's what he's right there. Get him in there. Get him in there. Did they recast? Oh, they did recast, but they didn't announce it. Okay.
Yeah. We currently we do have a backup. Thank you, chat, for reminding me. We do have a backup in case she does have to step back. Named Jennifer English, who we're hoping will be able to take over. And then if she falls through for any reason, we're just going to recast the woman that they were supposed to play as Zeke.
Got it. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Speaking of recasting, the God of War TV show.
Yeah, man. Dude.
Its lead actor, Ryan Hurst, who you may remember from a bunch of things, but specifically this photo right here, if I could pull it up without messing up the copy paste.
It's going to be the one with him and the little kid, isn't it?
It's 100% going to be the one with him.
Little chubby kid. Yeah. I love that picture so much, dude.
This is Deadline, a major
I love that picture.
entertainment website. But yeah, that's Kratos and Atreus right there in a set photo that was from a while back. Anyways, on set, he suffered an injury, a rather major injury, where he tore his bicep, that's not a good injury. Not only is that incredibly painful, but it also has a pretty lengthy recovery process of about 4 to 6 months. And given the physicality of the role, Kratos, it would not have been safe for Hurst to resume filming until 2027. So he's getting replaced. We don't know with who yet.
And one of the absolute worst parts about this is that Ryan Hurst obviously got a huge amount of flack when he took this role. The pictures came out, people were joking, a lot of fun was being made. And from what I read there, he was sticking with it because of how, he was convinced that he could prove people wrong. People thought it was going well. He was apparently things were going okay. So it's I feel so bad for this dude, man. He was on a potential, I'm going to show him arc.
Yeah.
What if he was an amazing Kratos? This sucks. It sucks.
And it's a huge break for him as well. He's had a bunch of different roles, but it's always his kind of a side character, or a side part. I think he's actually in the Odyssey in some form. So he's definitely.
I was looking forward to seeing him as Kratos. So I was not in the camp that was yelling at the picture. I thought, honestly, this picture is hilarious. I'm surprised they released that picture. They could have had a much cooler pose and stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I mean, the casting could have worked. I think it could have been fine. So I'm pretty bummed. I'm bummed for him.
Yeah. They had already filmed, I think they said 4 different roles. He had, according to this article, put on, I think they said 40 pounds of muscle, specifically for this role. So, yeah, I don't know who they're going to get to replace him.
All right. Who is your perfect Kratos?
I mean, perfect Kratos? I feel like you could put Judge in that role.
Okay.
And he would obviously knock it out of the park. But in terms of who do I think Hollywood will go with? I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Because it's the look of Kratos is so distinct, and it's so important to that character that if it doesn't have the look, I think you end up with something like this where the actor has to come out and prove himself.
Good point.
So I don't know. I see a lot of Alan Richardson. I think he's too big.
I'm going to be real, man.
Wide.
You the first one you said is exactly what I was. Dude, he's an actor. He fits. He even is the right age. Why would you not use Judge? He's a elder father figure. He's pretty ripped. His voice is actually literally perfect. It's kind of baffling to me that they're not utilizing this more. I mean, yeah, they could get a younger guy, I guess, but dude, he would be perfect. People are in chat saying he's 61 years old.
That's perfect.
I mean, get a stunt double, use some CGI for those scenes. But I mean, for the acting and stuff, Kratos is pretty old. He's not a young dude. I think he can pull it off, man. I do. I think he can pull it off. I think that could be awesome. There's another guy that I thought could be interesting because I was kind of surprised by his range. Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I saw that pop up in chat, and that I agreed with that in my head. I think he would be great.
I think because when he really wants to get that kind of somber, stoic tone, he can nail it.
He was great in.
I think that could be cool.
In Blade Runner, he was fantastic in Blade Runner, in the newest Blade Runner. He's been in a lot more serious roles, but he's also been in Guardians and everything like that. But
But I mean, obviously, it's going to be Pedro Pascal. so we can just all agree that he's going to be great. He's even going to have his trademark curly hair and mustache as the role. So I think it'll fit. They're
going to have to put 100 pounds of
modern
muscle.
take on Kratos.
Yeah, 100 pounds.
Oh no,
of
they're just going to keep him. They're just going to keep him exactly how he is.
Fuck me. Oh God. Yeah, that'll be a mess.
Hey, I'm the god of war, but not your god. I don't want to be offensive. I'm not sure of your religion, but I'm a god of war.
Yeah. Yep. I would think, given that they want to get on track, that we will probably hear who that is before the summer's up. You would think they'd want to get filming as soon as possible if Ryan Hurst is being replaced because they couldn't film for 2027. That's only 5 months out. So we'll know probably sooner than later who's going to be replacing him. They probably have a pretty short list for that.
I like this. I heard Ben Starr still needs some money if they're still looking.
Send in Ben Starr.
Ben Starr as Kratos.
Oh God. Oh boy.
Kratos just looks at the camera and raises his eyebrows, holds up his axe. I've got chopping to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see it. Now I kind of hope he does something like that.
Yep. Now I hope he does it as well.
That's what he needs. Yeah, Ben Starr needs to make a Kratos audition reel.
Just put it out there, Ben. Just put it on Twitter.
Just dropping that out into the ether here.
Blood of Dawnwalker has gone gold. That is from the ex-Witcher devs. I heard a lot of positive things about people that had played that. I'm concerned because of your reaction just now. What was that about?
I have no concerns for me.
Okay.
I think that I'm going to be fine. I think I'm going to love this game.
Okay.
But I am very concerned that this is a dev team that is posing a solid, awesome $50 product as a $70 AAA experience. This game is being marketed as like a Witcher competitor, and there are some animations and there's some things in that game that are not Witcher quality.
Right.
And I'm hoping that doesn't hurt the project. This game I think would have been wonderful at $49. It's a hard swallow at $69.
I didn't realize
because it just sets so many high expectations. It sets the expectations. It's Bandai, dude. It's Bandai Namco. They're setting the price. So it's yeah. It looks good. It looks good. The game looks awesome. I mean, the day mechanic is looking more and more solid. There's some very interesting stuff they're doing with the combat. There's a whole day-night system that looks cool. Like it's going to be fun. I think most of us are going to really enjoy it. But I'm more concerned about the giant public perception. I could see reviewers focusing on that, So that's my concern. Not the game's quality. The game looks awesome, but there's a few red flags.
I saw a headline for this.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
And I guess it was the director that came out and said this. But he compared the combat to Max Payne and Guitar Hero. So,
wait. I need to process this. How do I pause Palworld? You said I'm sorry. You said it's Max Payne plus Guitar Hero.
Yep.
So that would be third person actiony bullet time, because that's the big thing for Max Payne. Slow down bullet time. So time dilation stuff with rapid button tapping in a rhythm. Wait, I'm not getting the Guitar Hero thing, man. Is he trying to say that the combat is rhythm like?
Here's the quote. The goal we had was to not create combat where you see pretty stuff on the screen, like you're pressing a button and watching a movie. We wanted you to feel that you are in the center of combat, that you need to observe your opponent and react and learn to fight. I compare it to Guitar Hero, because there's a similar feeling that in the beginning, you cannot hit all of these buttons, but after a week, you're doing it really fast. Here, you'll also have this.
So it has nothing to do with Guitar Hero. It has to do with the feeling it evokes while playing Guitar Hero. Very different thing. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I love full quotes. They're so much better than little quotes.
I mean, it did its job. It got me in the article.
That makes a lot more sense. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
In play, it's quicker and more dynamic. Your mouse or analog stick input determines the direction Cohh, who's the main character, attacks swing from. Mixing it up makes enemies less likely to block your blows, and similarly, blocking or parrying a blow requires matching the direction it's aimed from. Got it. That might be kind of hard.
Sounds like a KCD Lite system.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that is. It's KCD Lite, but it's also doing a lot of stuff that KCD doesn't. So that'll be, it'll be cool to see how that works.
Cool. Yep. I'm interested in playing it. That comes out. Is that in the beginning of August? Let me Google. See when that releases. September 2nd. That's one of the first games in September. Or September 3rd. Yeah.
It's wild to think that game is like around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically a month out at this point.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Scrolling through here, chat. Feel free to post anything that you want us to discuss news-wise, because I'm starting to get toward the end of stuff. I did see a lot of previews for that Beast of Reincarnation game, which is the action game out of the Pokemon.
By the way,
devs.
I got to get this meteorite real quick. I'm just full disclosure.
No, go ahead.
30 seconds.
Yeah,
just let you know.
Get the meteorite.
Here,
Hope for a Celine.
Thank you. What was Beast of Reincarnation?
There's a bunch of previews out. That's the Pokemon, the Game Freak game.
Yeah. They're completely out of left field game.
Yeah.
It's not Pokemon.
Yeah.
Cool.
And people said it was actually really good. People are enjoying that gameplay. I think is there
good for them, man.
What is this a 90-minute video? Or maybe they got to play for 90 minutes. I think
Jesse Cox is loving it. Nice.
Yeah, he had a preview out for it or a video out for it. A bunch of different game journal websites all talked about it and discussed things, and it came out pretty positive. So I'm interested. I will definitely check that out. Some weird Final Fantasy news, not necessarily the biggest thing as it pertains to outside of China, but
all done.
Final Fantasy XIV Mobile, this is specifically the mobile game, which was only available in China now, will be ending its service on September 30th, and the global version is now canceled. I don't think they went into why. It was probably because it didn't do very well in China. But people were not upset, I guess perplexed by that is maybe the best way to discuss it. They wanted to get their hands on it outside of China, but they won't. They won't be. Apparently, chat was saying it was too free to play friendly. It wasn't aggressive enough in the pay to win. So
too many people playing it. We're not making enough money.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
Could be the case. I thought this was funny. Kind of a odd bit of news. So I'm sure you've seen all the Marvel Rivals swimsuit skins floating around out there in terms of.
Not so much since our last well-endowed friend.
Yeah. Little absurd, I suppose.
Yes.
Fortnite's
little
looking.
Fan-servicey.
Yeah, Fortnite is looking to jump into it as they revealed the Hot Bat Summer, which includes Batman, Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy swimsuit skins. These launched 3 days ago, and it's.
Do we have pictures?
Yes, I believe we do. They're nowhere near the fan service level, I suppose, that that Rivals had, but yeah.
Glad my kids don't play Fortnite anymore. Damn.
Yeah, this is the Hot Bat Summer. Batman's wearing a pair of shorts with his the mask stays on.
God damn it.
Of course it stays on. Yeah, there are your skins there for Fortnite.
That was not good.
Yeah. I guess that's going to be the thing now.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So, well, you can go buy it. It's not going to be a thing. You can just go buy it right now.
Hot bat summer.
Yep. Path of Exile 1 had its big reveal on their new season, which launches, I believe, next Friday. Curse of the All Flame. Bunch of changes. I don't know if you saw any of these. One of the biggest ones, apart from the new content that they're putting in the game, socket colors don't matter anymore.
Just everything's white?
Everything's white. And instead, it's the inverse, where gear can roll with colored sockets. And when a gear has colored sockets, it gets an increase to the skill gem put into said socket. Everything else is white. Kind of an interesting way to do it. They said they're making this change because...
Oh, wait. Only at early levels? Wait, hold on.
What do you mean? Only at early levels?
I don't know. Somebody said everything is not white. And then somebody else said only at early levels.
No, it's all levels. It's definitely the whole game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a massive, massive change, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm understanding this right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
what was the impetus here?
The impetus was that they said it was pretty frustrating. I guess it was PoE 2 players going to play PoE 1 for the first time and getting frustrated that they would get a 4 link to drop right in the early levels, but it would be all blue. And they had to spam chromatics on it to get it to be proper colors for them to use. And so they wanted to get rid of that frustration and just make it so if a thing drops, you could just equip it.
Oh, this is a slippery slope.
What do you mean?
If they're gonna start trying to cater to PoE 2 players coming to PoE 1, oh, that game's gonna change a lot.
Well,
oh man,
I wouldn't call myself a massive PoE 1 diehard, but I'm okay with it because it increases the power level, right? In the sense that if you match the colors, that stuff's still there.
I'm sorry for those. Somebody said that's a weird take. Like, why is he smiling? PoE 1 is notorious for being like the game that's stuck in its QOL. Like the community has been asking for more QOL for decades for things, years, and they have been very resolute. Like, we're not going to do this. We're not going to change. This is how we want to do. Chris Wilson was like the pioneer of this. Like, this is how we do it, and you like it or you don't play. Period. Yeah. So the reason I was smiling is because that's a huge change for PoE 1 to make. That's a fundamentally, this makes the game easier. So I wonder how many more changes they're going to make like that as PoE 2 players want to play PoE 1 and they feel these barriers, these frictions that are there intentionally, but like they basically just took out the chromatic system and
But now, right? So the chromatic system is still in because now it just adds a chromatic orb will always add one colored socket to a piece of gear.
Now I have a question. Did they do this in a way to where if you're not chromaticing your gems properly, that you're going to be like significantly underpowered? Is this the kind of thing where every endgame build is going to expect you to chromatic it perfectly?
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's basically taking a limitation and turning it into a way to get power. Because at the end of the day, you'll still be the same power as if you were just coloring your gear, right? They're not taking any power away. They're just adding to it. It's all upside,
that's the thing,
with
though,
no downsides.
Well, if the power is additive, and then they're balancing things around the added power, then eventually it is a deficit to not have all of your slots gemmed up. That becomes the thing you do. Right?
Yeah,
like that's just what you do. So I'm wondering if it was like that kind of mechanic, or if it was more of do it if you want to. But it's sounding more and more like if they're going to balance around that power, that it's going to be mandated.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much they would be balancing around it. If anything, it's just additive power. But I haven't played the league. I don't, no one's played it. It comes out next week.
Still seems like a cool change. It seems like it makes the game more accessible. It seems like it makes the game more accessible for early game players. And then more importantly, if you do need to chromatic everything, well, you're obviously already putting in the time. You obviously already care about your character enough. Making all the slots chromatic may be something you just have fun and want to do anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like that's a really smart change, actually. Yeah.
Yep. I'm a fan for sure.
Cool.
The amount of times that I've had to spam chromatics that I don't have that much to spam on like a 4-link that drops in early Act 2 or something that's all red or whatever. Or the other thing too is that it takes uniques, which are heavily swayed to a certain stat. So rolling those specific, we're getting into the weeds here. Basically what I'm saying is it gets into allowing more unique chest armors to be used in different builds, because it's not going to be such a pain in the ass to roll the socket colors.
Very cool. Very cool. So I guess that also really changes kind of how corrupted sockets would function. Because now when things are corrupted, you can kind of still use them however you want, which is kind of cool. No, that's really cool, man. I didn't at first, when I first heard this, I thought they were just making the game easier, removing chromatics, but it sounds like all they did was shift the chromatic mechanic to endgame.
Yep.
To the people that are trying to inch every bit of power out of their build. And that's a really smart change. That's cool.
Yep. And there's a bunch of other stuff in there that they're adding to it in terms of the actual league. You're going underneath the sea, and there's diving and a bunch of new stuff. So I'll be diving in at least for a little bit next Friday.
I wonder what that's going to do to the price of chromas.
And checking it out. They did say that when you sell a 6-socketed item, that it will give you a chroma instead of 6 jewelers. So they're kind of they're adjusting the
they're playing with some values and stuff.
Yeah, the weight of it or something like that. If it has red, blue, and green sockets. So if it has 3 socket colors, then it will give you a chroma, is what it is.
Oh, kind of like before. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it was like okay, cool.
But it will give you the chroma instead of the 6 sockets. Basically what they're saying is it'll be worth more inherently by what the vendor is trading for. And they've also just said that chromas are going to be a little bit more rare. They didn't go into how much more rare, but they did say that it will be more rare.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
We shall
appreciate the update, man.
Take a look at that. Yeah. How you feeling about have you had the allure of Battlefield come back into play at all over the past couple of months?
Not really.
Well, how do you feel about naval
You're the
maps?
third person to ping me on that. Is
really?
This why?
Yeah. There's a
okay.
big naval update on Tuesday, I think. They're putting in 2 new maps. I forget the name of the first one, but then there's also Wake Island, which is, the big map. They have this dynamic wave system. They were kind of just highlighting right there. It might be enough to get me to check it out.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when are you checking it out?
I'll probably play some this week. Probably. I mean, I could be coerced to play it.
Damn it! No, I'm gone Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm in Florida Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could play Tuesday if you wanted.
Maybe that'd be cool. But no, I'd love to check it out. Like the boat gameplay from the turrets looks cool. I like the idea of bouncing over waves and trying to turret things down. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
So if there's enough boats and stuff, yeah, that could be really cool.
Yeah, both teams rather spawn on like aircraft carriers and go into the map. It looks like a pretty fun time. I don't know. I hadn't thought about Battlefield in a while, and I saw this trailer, and maybe I should play some Battlefield. They're also doing a Top Gun thing, where like the Top Gun cast, everyone but Tom Cruise, which is kind of funny, was recording voice lines. So that's coming sooner than later. I don't know really what that means, but yeah. Battlefield will be launching all this, I think, on Tuesday. So I might check that out. You're also, I forgot you're gone this next week, and you're going to miss out on the Marvel Tokon open beta, which is from the Guilty Gear folk. But then again, it comes out a week after that, so you could just play the full launch.
You excited for that one?
Yeah. I'm excited enough that I bought one of these, a new hitbox thing. It's wireless. This thing's kind of nice. It comes with a USB.
Wait, wireless?
Yeah, it's a wireless USB thing. Leverless keyboard.
You trust the latency?
That was the big thing, is that they touted that there's... I played Street Fighter with it, and I'm a big enough idiot to where it was fine for me. I didn't have any issues with it. It's from Combo.
I'm gonna wait until Max recommends me a wireless controller. I'm gonna wait until it has the Max seal of approval.
Yeah,
I'll know it's thoroughly been tested at that point.
I'm sure it'll be out there. But
that's cool though. I mean, I honestly, I'm far worse than you are at those things. So I'm sure if you don't feel a difference, it probably. I actually have one of those. I have a wired version. Back when I had we both went on the Guilty Gear kick for a little bit.
Yeah.
I got my I think I'm an old dog. I tried a solid hour to try to get used to it, and I got to the point where I got to the point. No, the one with just the buttons.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So kind of like yours, except it's a wired version. And I think for me, yes, that one. That's the one I have. I think you actually probably recommended it to me.
Probably.
So wait, why did you get a new one and not use that one?
This is like heavy as shit.
Oh, okay, that's fair. It is
wired,
heavy as shit.
it's like,
I had it on my desk.
Yeah,
so that's cool. That makes total sense.
Look how thin it is.
That is kind of wild.
And like,
is it as light as it looks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no weight to it at all. The buttons feel nice, and
it doesn't feel cheap. It's like solid.
Yeah, it's from like Combo, which is a super well-known stick manufacturer. Cool. The other thing too is that hitbox doesn't have things labeled on any of the buttons.
Yep.
This has labels. So for an idiot like me, I really like the idea that I can look down and be like, oh yeah, press X. Yeah, that button.
You know,
right there.
it's funny you say that. Until you said that, I did not remember the 20-minute nightmare I had trying to sync that shit up. That's a really good point. Yeah. Wow, look at that. That's cool.
So I like labeled buttons.
Like I got to the point with it where I could function. I got to the point where I actually was like, I could win, right? I could do okay versus that basic computer. But I never got to the point where it felt like intuitive and fun. I felt like I was having to focus the whole time on doing it properly. And with a controller, I can just lean back and just kick people in the face. And it's fine. I'm smiling, so yeah. But you know how to use that thing?
I put however many hours into Guilty Gear with only the hitbox. How many hours was that?
I didn't know you shifted over to that for Guilty Gear.
Yeah, I put 80 hours into Strive. So I definitely played a lot of Strive.
All with the hitbox.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 80 hours of training.
You don't go back to controller now or joystick?
No, definitely not joystick. I tried using a controller for just playing like Street Fighter, and I felt like a fucking mongoloid, like trying to do the like do a Hadouken, and I would like try it, and it's like it didn't work. And then I pulled out the stick, and I was immediately able to do it. So I'll just go back to that.
Do a Hadouken. Hadou what?
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. So yeah, I'm excited to play the Tokon beta this coming week, and then there's also Avatar has a new DLC, a new game, new fighting game, which is quite good from everyone that's played the different versions of that. Yeah.
Okay, I imagine blue people fighting, and I was like, how is this gonna work?
Close.
Like, okay.
Yeah, close, but wrong IP though. Yes, the Last Airbender is that one. So, scattered through the news. I think that's everything. Chat, did we miss anything? Anything big? It's summertime, so again,
this is the calm before the storm.
For that Bethesda thing to drop was wild, not expected whatsoever.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to hear Obsidian's announcement. I wonder if they're gonna talk about like when it is and what it is, and there's so many questions.
Yep.
Can't wait to see what they're cooking. So,
definitely want to check that out. In the streaming world, Streamer U has been going on. Have you caught any of that? I've been watching a decent amount.
I have not watched any outside of the clips and stuff. I have found by far the most interesting clips to come from Ludwig.
Yeah, from Ludwig.
He has had some very interesting commentary, some very, very smart stuff he's telling the guys there that I think is important that they need to hear, that more streamers should talk about. But no, very real and educated stuff coming from him, which has been awesome.
Yeah.
Stuff that could actually help those kids significantly if they were
listening to him. Yeah, I mean, I was watching all of, he's done, I think today was his 4th class, which started right as we started our show. But he's done 3 other classes that I've watched in full, and like, I learned a decent amount from that stuff. The one that went giga viral was 2 days ago because in said class he talked about the 3 different stages of streamers, like Mr. 94, 95, which is him, according to some website, and then Mr. 1000, which I related to numbers wise, and then Mr. 10,000. And him being Mr. 95, he broke down his earnings like to the number for last month. And he made I think it was 1.2 million. And of that 1.2 million in the month, 800,000 of that was from sponsors. And so people seeing that for the first time and that conversation, I guess, being out there, one, that's a huge number. I mean, I'm sure you're seeing people in the chat being like, oh my God, that's so much money, blah, blah, blah. But a lot of people just don't talk about that, right? And it's important to.
Another important follow-up is not only is sponsorships one of the most lucrative places for streamers, creators of any type to be making money, but it is also one of the most aggressively preyed on and sectioned off portions of money that many creators are going to come across. Mm-hmm. To be clear, and I think he addressed some of this, but knowing your worth and knowing the value of your content, it is so important that people find either proper representation or fundamentally educate themselves on their value. Because, like, for instance, the Twitch deals that come through, I have yet in every single Twitch deal I've ever received through their system to have received a single one that is more than 50% my average rate.
Yeah.
And think about that. This is coming from the company that is trying to tell you your worth. And that's at my level. I can only imagine what they're telling the people above me, and I know they're going even lower for the people below me. It's egregious, man.
I haven't seen an offer that is more than a third of what I normally make from sponsored deals.
Yep. And most of mine are around a quarter. Like the under halves are like the big ones, the ones that would actually, and those generally are asking for a lot more things that I wouldn't do anyway, or for products I wouldn't represent normally.
Yeah, so it's pretty rough. Valkyrie actually did a class on that regarding like management and getting representation and all that stuff, and it was quite good as well. There's obviously all the buffoonery and whatnot that you would expect from an event like this. That stuff is all going on. But once you get past all of that and check out like Ludwig's classes, which are really good, Agents classes are really good, Valkyrie's classes are pretty good. I think Senna did a handful of classes that were really good. There's some pretty quality content in there for aspiring creators. My favorite part of this specific thing here is he breaks down, like I said, the top 100, top 1,000, and top 10,000. And then he goes on to say how many streamers there were in the month of June. How many people do you think streamed in the month of June?
Oh, I think was it 2 million?
It was 6.6 million or 6.5 million.
Wow.
People that went live in June. And so 10,000 of those people are making like $4,000 a month or more, according to the stats that he had, which, that's an important stat, I think, to get out there, is that you're not going to just start streaming and make this type of money. It scales completely towards the top. So the other stat was also interesting. He was talking about what are you reading, chat? What was that comment towards?
Yeah, no. I was just that's insane. That's insane to think about.
Yeah,
that's every so often you get a number or a metric that kind of puts it in perspective. 6.6 million. That's a lot of individual people.
I think it was
glued in and now streaming on Twitch. That's very wild. I was not aware that it was quite up to that much.
Does he put it? Oh yeah, 6.254 streamers in the month of June.
That's wild. That's wild, man.
So that means that 6.244 are earning less than 4,000 a month.
Mm.
And probably less than, once you get out of that another 10 grand or another 15 grand, probably even less than 1,000 a month. So, his other thing, which I learned a lot from, because I'm mostly Twitch, I think you would say you're mostly Twitch, is yesterday's class was something along the lines of like, you suck at YouTube. And like, he went into all these details on YouTube and I was like, fuck, that's crazy. Like he talked about the number of people on platforms, on like social media platforms. And he said like streaming on Kick was one number, Twitch was like 4 or 5 times that. And then he talked about YouTube. He said YouTube, Twitch was at like 10 million. I'm kind of fudging the numbers here a little bit. But then he said YouTube is at 2.5 billion. And so like, if you're not on that platform in a meaningful way, it's just like, what are you doing? You should try to be on that platform in a meaningful way.
Yeah. I mean, you know, as somebody who has been doing that platform for years, though, you have to do a lot more to succeed on that platform. And you know better than I do. Like the stuff that you have to, you could be successful on YouTube a lot more if you decide to put the right thumbnail or put the right title or do that kind of thing. And some people are fine with that, and other people don't want to do that. So you know, it kind of stinks. It kind of stinks, but that's just where it is.
Yeah. It was pretty good. The classes are about an hour long, 45 minutes to an hour long. So definitely check that out.
He says hi. Yeah.
But at the same time, streamer use have been a fucking mess.
Oh, dude, did you see his big announcement? Like, I think just a couple hours ago, the big like red letter warning.
Oh, I saw him. Are you talking about it on Twitter?
Do not throw shit on the walls. Stop throwing shit on the walls.
Yeah.
I will throw you out of this damn school, you morons. Stop throwing shit on the wall. He may have not used that language, but it was, I mean, that was the, I love that Streamer University, you have to tell this large group of adults, please don't throw shit on the wall.
Well,
like,
dude,
it's normal.
I mean,
it's like a normal. And he's literally like, we're going to get evicted. Like, you have to not do this, or we will throw you out of Streamer University.
Man, some of those clips are just vile. There's one where like they were like squirting water on each other, which is, you know, it's water. And one of the guys got really pissed off and got a giant, large cup of hot sauce and just threw it on a girl. Like,
oh,
just
what?
Just like full
Jesus,
face and everything, just like threw it. It's just like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing?
I hate that that's something that can even be brought up on a show that I'm on.
Yeah.
That's like how much I hate that that's even part of our ecosystem.
Yep.
It's terrible.
And that, again, people were throwing stuff all over the walls. Like, he had like a skit planned last night. Kai went live at midnight and he got into a helicopter that I think was Red Bull's helicopter. And the class, Streamer University class, was like doing a frat party off campus. And so he flew over to the bar and like told everyone to leave the bar and then like kicked all these people out. It was just like, just wild nonsense stuff.
Yep.
That
Content.
like that. Yeah.
It's
that community eats up. It had, you know, hundreds of thousands of viewers.
It's TMZ live.
Pretty much.
It's
pretty much. So
it's drama packaged and marketed and sold.
Yep. So that all happened. But if you look underneath all that, the classes are pretty beneficial. So talk about games. We've really only played one, I think, this past week, which is Palworld. We've been playing the shit out of Palworld.
Oh God, someone's raiding my base. If I close the game when a raid is happening, when I open it back up, will the raid just still be happening?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So I'm not sure because I've only played on a server to where it runs 24/7.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, but if you're shutting that off, then should be fine.
I'm gonna open it back up and just see what happens real quick.
Yeah. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I was able to get so much further, so much faster in the game, is because I would go to sleep at night.
Okay, I'm gonna quit.
With kind of everything automated and then wake up to 1,000.
What about food and stuff?
Yeah, it would all be automated enough to where they would like bring it to the
Did
bowl.
you do berries?
Yeah. I would put salads in and then stockpile salads as much as I could, and then had berries as backup, and it was fine.
Cool. Very nice.
Finished it with I think it took me 87 hours, which in a week's worth of time, I was pretty much doing like 12 to 13 hours a day for a week straight. That game's really good. I don't think it's a perfect game. I think
pretty
that
janky, actually at the end
they've got some flaws in it, but yeah, Palworld is pretty fucking cool.
Dude,
it's really good.
What not only an amazing game, but also like such a testament to doing early access properly.
Yeah.
They took what was a really good idea and not a super great implementation. And that was early access. And it got a lot of eyes on it and people loved it. And, but you know, it was unfinished and in some cases just broken. And it was, you know, I was excited for Palworld to come out, but because of the early access, I wasn't like chomping at the bit. I was like, yeah, I'll play, you know, Palworld again if nothing's really going on. Like, sure, it was pretty fun. But then here we are, you know, two years, I want to say, year and a half, 2 years later. And Pocket Pair has just been doing nothing but updating, deepening, lengthening, enlarging. Like, oh Lord. And now the entire game is just, it is a wonderful sandbox experience. There are so many mechanics running in parallel. There's so many new things all over the place. There's a constant progression of dopamine unlocks. There is a constant amount of things that you can do. And I have to say, but you know, this is both the best and worst game I've ever played for my ADHD.
Yes. I mean, dude, Strippin and I were saying that exact same thing.
There are entire days that I have been sidetracked. Like for an entire 4-hour streaming session, I will start the session saying, I am going to do this thing. And on the way to that thing, something will distract me. And then it is just daisy chain distractions for 4 hours straight. And then I'll look over in chat and someone will be like, hey, did he ever do that thing he said he was going to do at the beginning? And I was like, yeah, I'm getting right to it. I'm just doing a few things. Oh shit, the stream's over. It's been 4 hours. I was just doing a thing before I did it. And here we are.
Yep.
So yeah, it is. And the best part, here's the best part. It doesn't just give you things to do. It makes all the things you do feel like they're progressing you somewhere, or it's meaningful, or it's unlocking a blueprint, or getting you a new pal that may be a new base guy for you. You have no idea because every pal's a freaking explosion of interesting new things. So it's like they've done such a good job crafting the world that it makes it feel like everything is interesting. And it's very easy for games like this to fall into the trap where a couple parts will stay interesting, but like the majority or even just large parts of it will become mundane or repetitive or just kind of get in the way of the good parts.
Yeah.
But because of the base automation, because of the fast travel system, like there's so many of these just kind of smart decisions, smart directions they took the game, that it adds up to this super streamlined, super dopamine hitty, like constant stimulus experience. And I love it. I'm eating it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. It completely took over my life. and like everyone else that I was on the server with, we would all, I mean, even after a 12-hour stream, you could find myself, Strippin, Gmart, like our little group, we would all just sit in Discord till 2 or 3 a.m. doing exactly what you just said, where it didn't really have a goal of mine, just boot up the game and then see which thing grabs our attention, just go down that path.
Last night, Abubakar Salim, he was he made on Sergeant Studios. He made the game Zao, if you remember.
Yeah.
And he also just had a game come out called Fix Force. He's actually voicing a character in Emberville, and we've been talking a little bit, and he was like, do you want to play Fix Force tomorrow night? And I was like, sure. So me and Fighting Cowboy and this awesome streamer named Josephine jump in. We play Fix Force. I stream for like an hour and a half. All right, everyone, have a good night. I'm going to bed. See you guys tomorrow morning. Opened up Palworld.
Yeah.
Built my bases for about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's just like,
well, so that's maybe the other thing that is kind of, it is interesting to me because I didn't do anything when it came to breeding in game. I didn't touch the breeding system at all.
I am one of those people that keep saying I'm going to. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that later. I'm gonna do it. I'm hoping to. I will someday, probably.
Everyone on the server that I was on like focused on it heavily, but I never did at all. And there was only like 1 or 2 times where I wish I had interacted with that. But for me to get that much enjoyment out of the game and just completely ignore a massive mechanic that if I go back to it, 6 months from now, I can actually dive into and have a full-on breeding-based platform is pretty awesome. Like, I think that speaks volume for the game.
There's the breeding system. There's the potential stat system. There's the fruit and books addition to that.
Yeah.
Then you have the surgery table and moving around all the various different perks. And it's just like, it's wild, man. I mean, they could have just had it so your pals had levels.
And that's it. Yeah.
That could have been it. That could have been our pal system, right? But it's like, no, they just kept building, kept adding, kept putting in more layers of customization. And now it's like, I mean, I've been playing this game 40 hours, and every stream I learn there's a new thing I can do, or some tech I missed, or something I can go get. Or
you mentioned that pals are like locked to levels for the first X amount of hours. That's pretty much all you think there is, and then eventually on the tech tree you unlock glasses, which then reveal that the mobs have those extra stats to them, which you can then see. I just got those
today.
Yeah.
It took me 38 hours to unlock those, and now I'm like, oh, shit.
And so then the entire game changes because you start looking at pals as like the numbers of like, oh my God, that's 100, 180. I need to get that thing. And then when you can't capture it because your pal kills it or you don't have mercy hit on a pal, so it goes below 1 HP, you get so frustrated in a good way of like, I gotta keep going.
There was a solid 15-minute period when I was riding my fire-breathing Suzaku.
Yeah.
Or not Suzaku, no, it was one of the earlier ones. It was one of the first fire-breathing ones because I didn't really understand the system. Like that. And I kept getting the mercy killed, and then the fire would kill them, the little flame tick. And there was this solid 10 to 15 minutes that I had no idea what was going on, and I was getting so angry. I was like, why do they keep dying? It says mercy kill. What is going on? And the best part was chat was, of course, screaming the answer to me, but I didn't understand quite like what they were saying. I didn't. Yep. So it was lost in translation. Good movie. But so that was fun. Gotta watch those.
I had my like really rage out. Probably one of the more frustrated moments I've had on stream in recent time.
I heard about this.
Yeah,
with the final boss. Right?
Second to final boss. Yeah. The final boss.
That's all I heard, by the way.
I'm not going to say anything about it. I just got frustrated with the premise of the fight and what the fight expects you to do. And I was, as a streamer is, reluctant to change. Nice, you got stomped right there. Reluctant to change what I was doing. And I just got so upset because I had played 75 hours up until that point and not had to really change anything.
Yep.
And then I got to this point
feeling.
And it forced you to change. And I was so upset with change. So,
and especially when you're kind of at that very last part of the game, when
yes.
you know you just have to get over this hill and then you're putting the game down. It's like the last thing you want to do is spend more time playing the game. You're kind of mentally checked out and done with. You're already thinking of your next game. And then it's like, nope, actually, you got to redo your pals and farm this guy and go get this guy and then rank him up 3 times and get a star fruit. And it's like, no. Or I could just keep banging my head against this wall, bleeding profusely until it gives and hope that I live to that moment.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with B.
That's what I did. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. And then the even wilder part is the end game. This game has a full-on end game, which is like absolutely insane. Like,
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, there's hard bosses. You could do all the bosses that you did throughout the game and they become hard bosses. And
dude,
you have to farm a shit ton to do that stuff.
I had no idea there was an end game.
Oh yeah, a full-on end game. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's huge.
Is Is it like Guitar Hero?
It's like Guitar Hero. The combat's like Guitar Hero. Yeah.
Perfect. It's like Guitar Hero and Max Payne.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Yeah. It really was the game. There was something else I played. Maybe it was Crimson Desert, where you just kept finding new places in the world. I had that exact same feeling with this. Of like, man, this continent's really big. Why is the map so big? Oh my God, that's shit.
I did spoil myself last night, actually. Or no, it wasn't last night. It was on lunch today. It was on lunch today because I had my little map, right? And I was going through my base pals because I was like, I need a good guy that's good at watering and fire.
Yeah.
And I had this one fish. It's called like something Ignis, and it's this really cool fish that has like 5 water and 5 flame.
Does it have the little thing in front of it, like the
it's like a little anglerfish. Like
it starts with a G. I know exactly the one you're talking about.
Probably a gangler, I think it's called. Gangler Ignis. And I was like, I want more of these. I think I got it out of an egg, but I want more of these. So I go to the Palpedia and I click on Habitat, and all of a sudden, the entire bottom left corner of the screen lights up in dots in a landmass that's almost the same size as my entire explored area.
Yep.
And I just went, oh, it's bugged. The light wait.
Yeah.
But it's not the same shape. And then I was like, oh. Like, oh. I literally got this moment where like you're looking over a cliff, just like, how much of this game is left? Like,
yeah.
How big is this?
That happened.
Oh my God.
That moment.
And if you're wondering what I'm looking at and you're playing the game, look at the habitat of the Ignis and you'll see what I saw in the bottom left there.
That moment will happen multiple times.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's why you've got, I would honestly say if you have not been to that area, Cohh, you're probably a little less than halfway through the game.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable, dude.
It is huge. In the best way possible.
I hope you said that while you were snapping your fingers. It's called Palworld, not Pal Continent.
Yeah. I tried some of the end game stuff, the hard mode bosses. Bro, that's shit. I got my ass. I was like, nah, I'm good. I got
above my pay grade.
The amount
I'll leave this to the heroes.
Yeah, the amount of grinding is. I saw like on Twitter to compare to the stats of my pals. My best pal had just shy of 4,000 attack and like 2,900 defense. This person had like 40,000 attack and like 5-digit defense, and I was like, "What how the fuck do you even do that?"
That's that illicit steroid pal program I've been hearing so much about. The drug programs.
Yeah, and like my pal was like,
wait a second.
My pal was 4-starred. He was 100. Like, I don't know how they did that, but
it had to be breeding. I know that you can. Oh man, actually, no, I have no idea how you'd stat stack like that. That's crazy. Yeah. No, at least nothing I know.
I don't. It's probably.
Oh no! I'll tell you exactly what it is. You can keep applying the fruits and the power up stuff, right? You can just do that endlessly.
I thought that stopped at 100.
Oh, what about souls and stuff? The soul upgrades.
That has a limit too.
Did you max that on yours? Out of curiosity.
Yeah, at least on the attack and defense. Chad is saying maybe it was. Maybe it was a cheat engine thing. But here's the thing. When I had those stats and I walked into the first hard mode boss, which is like a level 30 hard mode boss, I was doing like 1s of damage to him.
Now, was the defense and the attack of your pal just your pal, or was it based on all the modifiers in your party as well? Did you stat stack for like most damage and everything?
That might have been what it was. Is the other 4 pals were also benefiting.
That stuff can add up quick.
Yeah,
that's yeah.
And that was one thing I didn't really interact with too much in the playthrough. Is I didn't have like 5 pals that were working with one another to buff all the other pals. It was just like, here are 5 pals that I think are cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. Like attacks that I like, or like ones that I feel like kind of are good at certain things. Yeah, like I'm running around with who is it now? An Anubis.
Anubis is great. I had him.
Blaza Hut. I love the Blaza Hut.
Yeah, the Blazamoot. Yeah.
And then I'm just now training up and maining the Bella Donna, the boss, the first raid boss.
Yeah, the raids are cool.
She's been a lot of fun. And then I just got a flyer, the electric flyer, the beacon.
Okay, yeah, beacon.
So, playing around with that. It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Ella Noir. Thank you.
Yeah, from the first raid.
Awesome. And then, dude, have you joined the cult of, oh God, what's her name? Spider girl. My Spider Man girl.
Tingris?
Tingris? I don't think it's Tingris.
You're talking about the little spider that can like move around
that does
super
the
fast?
whips and moves super fast, and she is amazing. Tantris, the cult of Tantris.
I've heard she's fast.
Amazing. She's not only fast, she can do a little web zippy thing like your grappling hook, and then you can jump to do the same speed thing. So like, oh my God, you can fly. And apparently you can stack the jump passives. So you can do the grappler and then just bounce like a rabbit going at Mach 5. And like, oh dude, I'm so excited for this thing. Apparently if you 4-star it, like the active cooldown goes down a lot. And
nice.
Yeah, she's fun. She's super fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Yeah. It's a blast.
Adorable.
All this for $30 is crazy.
Yeah, right? My God, man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing where this is how you make mad goodwill. This is why, your game can have 1 million people easy on Steam. It's tons of content, great price point, just lots of fun and easy to play.
Yeah.
It's nice.
It's very, very
nice.
Good.
Big win.
I only think there's like one or two, my like main complaints with the game were just frustration in terms of bottlenecks that the game kind of creates on the resource side, to where you need to be doing a certain thing to progress in the tech tree, basically. And if you don't, it can severely hinder your playthrough. And that happened probably 2 different times. But there are things that the game does give you to where that process is negated. You just have to get to it ultimately.
I am fighting through my first oil product right now. It's rough.
Yeah, the oil stuff is annoying at first, but
slow.
It's annoying at first, but then it gets fine. Because you don't really use the plasteel tier. Like you can kind of skip it pretty quickly and go to the next tier.
The hexalite?
Hexalite, and then like then there's a couple more tiers above that. Yeah. Every tier is kind of like that towards the end. But they do start, you were talking about how a lot of survival games will be like, this is iron, and this is gold, and this is like it's just a different looking ore. Towards the end, they do have different systems that you have to interact with to get said resources, and I liked that. I liked that it wasn't just go find this node and mine it. There's like different requirements for things you have to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was a big fan of that because it wasn't mundane. And I think that was cool that they realized that after 50 hours, I don't want to just go find the next ore. I want to do something a little bit more. And so that was cool. I enjoyed that process of it. But again, I can't recommend the game enough. It's $30. You don't even really have to be a fan of Pokemon or anything like that to jump in. It's just a good like resource survival style game. Base building in it is awesome. Like really, really cool stuff. People
really
are doing
intuitive, super easy.
People are doing insane shit on Twitter when it comes to the bases. I saw Glads, another streamer. He had like the giant pyramid. I've seen a couple of crazy towers. You're unlocking different building sets all the way till like level 70. So there's still stuff that you can get.
And not only, and man, kudos to Pocket Pair. Not only do you unlock new building sets, but it's super easy to just change your base tiles out with the new ones when you get them. So like rebuilding is it's so easy to do. It's great.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's a fantastic
Have you ever found anything
time
in this room?
There's chests sometimes along these horizontal parallel
Really?
lanes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But apart
like
from
4
that,
times, and every time it's been completely empty for me.
You know,
very weird.
Another thing to say is that's changed immensely that I noticed and loved from early access is these dungeons that you're in. The layouts are pretty wild. They
can be, yeah.
They change heavily from area to area, and I had like even in this area, they do things kind of like I don't even know what to compare it to. Kind of like an ARPG where you can get a rare spawn. And so like I'll zone into one of these and it's like a treasure dungeon and there's not really any mobs. There's just treasure ultimately. And I love that has a chance to happen, that it's not always just this same layout. It's really cool stuff.
It's awesome because it's kind of like every time you enter an instance, it's like you're rolling a mini level from Warframe.
Yeah.
Where they just take like Lego blocks of rooms, but they have so many different Lego blocks, and then they just kind of randomly stick them together. And sometimes you get some really rare blocks, and it's awesome. So it's like just entering the dungeon is kind of like a dice roll.
Yep.
Which is very fun.
Yep. Fishing is great. Love fishing.
Yep. And very meaningful, which is nice.
Yes. Very meaningful.
Yeah. That was the reason I had like no issues with ancient parts in the game, was because I did a ton of fishing. It was great.
Fishing's super important. So many different ways to fight. You can do melee. You can do what's like your primary. Are you relying on pals for damage, or do you have a gun or
pals
a sword?
And guns. Okay. I was like I got lucky with a yellow single shot rifle early, so I was rocking that for a while, and then went to the assault rifle. And I haven't even fired it yet. I made my first laser rifle, so I'm very excited to shoot someone in the face with that.
Yeah. Once I got, I kind of went sword. Eventually, you get like a fucking lightsaber. So that was what I used.
The beam weapon.
Yeah, beam weapon. I was using the beam weapon, and then there's a boost gun. Have you unlocked that yet?
I have, but I haven't used it.
Boost gun's really good. It's just like a flat 30% increase on the PAL when you shoot it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just like more damage. Really beneficial stuff.
I thought it was for boosting people in your base.
No, well, it can be, but you just shoot your PAL when you're out, and it's just a boost.
I didn't realize that was like attack stats and stuff too.
Yeah, very
I will
good.
Be making that.
It's very good, and the boost, the ammo for it is not that much. You can make a lot of the ammo for it. Yeah, it's good. I don't really have anything else to say about it except it's good. You should play it if you haven't yet.
Great.
I'm curious. I kept asking my chat or talking with my chat, not asking like, I don't know how long Cohh's going to spend in this game, because if I spent this amount of time and he's only far.
Yeah, I'm traveling for a bit, and when I get back, like the releases are getting close, so we'll see what's going on. I mean, for me, EQ Legends starts right when I get back.
Are you going in? Someone told me about it. It's like a single player EQ1,
dude,
right?
It is the wildest concept. So basically, it's EverQuest 1.
Yeah.
But when you start your character, you pick 2 classes. And then when you get level 10, you pick your 3rd class. And at that point, you become one character that has access to all of the capabilities of all 3 of the classes you've selected. And they've added in a bunch of systems to help synergize this. So for instance, there's this whole stance system now. And one of the stances makes it so that your spells cost a little bit less mana, but use some endurance, but they take a 1/3 of the time to cast. So that means that if you pick a melee class and a caster class, you can be casting the caster class's spells between your melee hits.
Yeah.
So it's a really wild system. You're basically not playing a player, you're playing a party. You're playing an entire group. And the way that they've balanced the game is pretty much every class combo is viable. They're all super powerful, and they've redone loot in a lot of zones. And they also have this system now where if you loot like the same item, you can combine it into a plus version up to +9. So you can keep looting items and keep like building up their power if you're like farming in a zone or something. So it's the best way I can say it is they've turned a social MMO into like a solo to small group action game. Like, I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's weird. Yeah.
It's still like the same graphics and everything.
All the same graphics, all the same locations, all updated UI elements and everything. So all the QOL is new. So they've updated all of that. So all of your your bells and whistles and later versions of EQ are there. What is this called? This is EverQuest Legends. This is a new game, technically coming out in like just over a week.
Yeah. I'm trying to
but
find,
it is,
like, the official.
it is not like, it's not something that I just recommend to the public. It is still a nostalgia game. You know, it looks like a game from 1999. But if you did like those type of games, I definitely recommend checking it out. It surprised me how much fun. What the hell is this?
How did that happen?
It surprised me how much fun I had. I actually had a pretty negative initial opinion because I didn't understand what it was. I thought the company was just reskinning the Prague servers and trying to make money off it by rebranding them. But no, turned out they have a pretty passionate like look at what this game is in a different form. Most importantly, everything's faster and it lets you kind of like experience the game in a solo faster version as an adult. So I think that alone will appeal to a lot of people. Like there's a huge, when I've played in the beta, which I've been playing in every so often offline, there's a huge amount of people that are playing this and having a really good time with it. So it's kind of wild.
I saw someone did this. Was it World of Warcraft where someone made all of the NPCs AI? And then
that was Skyrim.
That was Skyrim. Was that Skyrim?
Skyrim mod, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
someone made like a single player
Skyrim
MMO
mod, but it may not be the one you're talking about.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Essentially, someone took an MMO and turned it
World
into
of Warcraft
a single
2.
player. Okay, so it was that.
Yeah, so you were right. Yes.
They took World of Warcraft and turned it into a single player game, which is kind of what I'm getting from this EverQuest thing. A little bit.
Kind of. I mean, it's still an MMO, so you're still playing with everyone, and everyone's still playing together, and there's still tons of people. Although it's kind of wild because now every zone also has instances up to 4, and each one is harder and drops better loot. So anytime you go to any zone, you can kind of pick your difficulty, and then like go from there. So, and they've also made it so if you group with other players, you get like a crazy experience bonus. So there's like real, it's also, not only can you solo and go really fast solo, but you can group and go even faster.
Yeah, that's scary. I could probably get into that.
I'm telling you, man. And here's what's even wilder, right? So there are these things called rituals. So you can make like a druid, right? And level that up to 25. And the druid can port all around the world whenever it wants. But its ports are rituals, and rituals stay unlocked between classes. So you can level your druid up to 25 and then re-roll your classes, which stay on the same character. You could re-roll a new set of classes. That then goes back to level 10. Then you could level that up with all of the ritual ports from the druid. So you're able to go anywhere you want around the world. You're playing classes that can't even port normally. Like you can eventually, from what we understand, I think the end goal is eventually you'll be able to level up like every class to 50.
Kind of like Final Fantasy.
Level. Yeah. And then you'll be able to pick your trio and have profiles. When you switch between profiles, your UI can change, your hot buttons can change, just like Final Fantasy. So it's pretty involved.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. This was, someone linked this. This is that WoW server I was talking about.
Yeah. Cool.
Look it was a WoW server in the Wrath of
these aren't the
era.
NPCs. These are botted players. So the actual AIs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was talking about was the NPCs you talked to.
Yeah, I guess mine was one step further.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, what if aging MMOs were quietly populated with AI characters to keep servers from feeling abandoned? Yeah. That is an interesting thought.
What are some of the combos and so dude, the best part is the combos can be whatever you want. So I'm playing right now a rogue paladin druid. So I have AA so I can backstab from the front and everything, and it's great. But I mean, this other character that I rolled, get this. You could be a warrior wizard cleric. Okay. The warrior stays in defensive stance, which basically just makes him an immovable tank. The wizard spams AoEs, and then the cleric just keeps you alive. So you just become this turreted AoE blasting fortress. Just anything comes near you just explodes in fire. And there's anything that can do to kill you. There's all sorts of fun, like really cool synergies. Like there's a class called Berserker. And if you go to Berserk stance, it doubles your attack speed, which makes you super fast. But it also makes it so your active abilities have more of a cooldown. Well, then if you're a SK, a Shadow Knight, you've got this massive thing called a Harm Touch that you can blast someone with every 20 minutes. But you also have this ability called Reave, and every time Reeve lands, then your harm touch timer goes down a little bit more. The Berserker's class ability, which obviously was never meant to do this, reduces the cooldown of Reeve by a huge amount. So now Shadow Knights, if you synergize with them, are harm touching like 2-3 times as much as normal because the Berserker thing. Yeah, so there's like all these crazy synergies going on, and it's very fun.
Huh? Okay. Yeah, I might check it out. That sounds kind of fun. That sounds kind of fun. In terms of other things that I've been playing, I did play this, and I only bring it up. I wish Zeke was here because I'd love to talk to him about it because he played that Outburk game and wished it was more arcadey. And then there's this. This is a game called Funnel Runners that just launched into early access this past Thursday, I think. And it is a more arcadey Outburk.
Whoa.
I'm spectating right here because I already died, but it's very early access. You'll see when he opens up the door here, some tornadoes going around in the back, maybe.
You died to a tornado?
Yep. A tornado dropped down and sucked me up. Premise of the game is you are basically working for this company called Apex, and your van breaks down in the middle of a town, little residential area, and you have to get the vehicle working again with you and your friends from resources around the town. This is towards the end of a session. Let me show you what it looks like in the beginning. Nice. There's a whiteboard. There's a whiteboard, as you do.
Good. This is how it started. Yep.
Yeah. So welcome to the field mission. You'll note the map that I showed you prior had all these buildings missing. That was because the tornadoes will destroy these buildings very slowly.
Oh, cool.
So it's got some like destruction and stuff in it.
Yeah, man. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. There's only one map right now. There's multiple weather conditions, which I think is good. There's like massive lightning strikes. There's tornadoes. There's lightning strikes that will light trees and buildings on fire. There's acid rain. There's
God. And you just run around in that, and your health drops to zero.
You basically have to find an umbrella. But it's cool. Like I want to see them continue to work on this, obviously in early access, and see more maps, see more things that they can do with it. The power will randomly flicker. You've got little comms devices which interact with every single person. But if they're not,
is the in-game VoIP good?
Yeah, it's got in-game VoIP, but it works like a comm device does, where only one person can be on the channel at a time. And so if multiple people are trying to talk, the person that talked first is the only one that'll go through. And so a lot of the times you're like being like, hey, just checking in with the group. Can we get a roll call real quick? And then everyone will be like, so-and-so alive, so-and-so, so-and-so. And then one person won't check in. You're like, well, they're dead. So we gotta do something. And so it was about 2.5, 3 hours of fun. I think it's like, how much is this? What did I pay for Funnel Runners on Steam? It is, okay, it's $13 right now, $15 usually. It's 10% off till the 23rd, so another 4 days. But yeah, definitely will check in. You could see the tornado right outside here, and we're trying to shut the door. So we're safe.
It's like a monster from Lethal Company. You just close the door and it's fine. Is it going to like wait outside for you? Like what's?
Yeah, so eventually, if you can power the car with the battery, you get a battery replacement. It has like a little weather forecast area, and you can it pulls up a map, and it shows you like where tornadoes are about to form, or where fire strikes are about to hit, or all that stuff.
It doesn't ever hit the car?
No, the car is kind of like a safe place, ultimately, as long as the back door is closed. We had I think if I can find the clip here, I could show you.
Someone was linking a clip, close the door, in chat earlier.
Yeah. Let's see.
Dude, somebody earlier today asked, have you played Lethal Company with your kids?
Oh, they might like that.
It's like, not yet.
It's kind of spooky though. It might be.
I'm wondering. It made me think. Like, I think we have fun in it because we instantly understand exactly what to do and why we're there. I wonder if kids would have the same approach.
Yeah, maybe.
Or if it would be too many new things. You know.
Not sure.
Anyway.
So you can fall down those sewage things. Here's the tornado coming back to us. I get to the back. I'm telling Naomi to shut the door, but she's calling for Albie, who is outside. So Albie runs in, then realizes he's got to shut the door. He's not shutting it fast enough, and then all three of us get sucked out.
That's awesome.
He just go flying in the tornado. Apparently, you can get in the tornado and get fall down on the ground and live, but I never lived once. I always died.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, and that was their fault for not shutting the door. What are they doing?
It was.
What are they doing,
man?
That's pretty much all I think I played. Was there anything you checked out worth bringing up?
Let's see. I will say, in terms of fun game with friends, the game that I played last night, Fix Force, was a lot of fun.
Okay.
It's definitely a fun with friends kind of game. It's available on Game Pass. Just entered Game Pass in 1.0 like 2 days ago. But it's basically like a co-op game that's kind of like a Fix-It game with Portal, almost with a little Lethal Company. You go through 3 rounds where your goal is to kind of build your way through a level and also fix up these machines that require these random components from around the level. But anytime you die, your head pops off and someone has to make your body right side up, and then you jump on the head. You can throw and place anything pretty much anywhere you want. There's tons of different types of barrels that do random weird things. Robots obviously can't be in water, so that's a whole thing.
Okay.
There's enemies and stuff, but it was a lot of fun. I actually had a really good time with it. It was definitely a game that if I played more co-op, I would play more of. But it's a good time.
Nice. Fix Force. Is that you said it's on Game Pass? That's the
it's on Game Pass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I think that's it. Short. Everyone's been playing Palworld.
We got 2 hours out, man. That was good.
Yeah. This next week, I am gone. You are gone. Zeke's here. I don't know if he's got a plan. If he's going to do a show, he's more than welcome to. I'll let him know. But I decided to take a random excursion, go to the lake next week with my dad. So that's where I'm going to be. You're going to Florida. Man.
Yeah, sunny Florida. Go down and see Goth and Friends and see how everyone's doing there. So
yeah.
We get first con I'm going to, and I'm not a streamer. Feels a little interesting.
I mean, I did Fan Fest, and I wasn't I kind of was, but I had fun.
Yeah.
I think you'll enjoy it. It'll be a good time.
I'm good. Yeah. It's gonna be a very good time. I'm just gonna be at a booth the whole time.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's the best.
Sure. Looking forward to it.
The best way to do it. Next week is Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest in Berlin. So we're gonna probably get some announcements for that. I think
I got my email about my subscription just yesterday.
Your subscription for Final Fantasy? What, that it was going to charge you for a new...
They're so polite about it. I can't say no, man. I mean, every month it's like, we're just letting you know.
We're about to charge you.
Just so you are aware. We're going to take a little bit of money out of your account so we can keep our lights on, okay?
Yeah.
We hope that's okay with you. And I say, you know what, Final Fantasy, that's okay with me.
I get emails because I pay quarterly for my sub. So the only email I get kind of monthly is, we're going to demolish your house. You need to log in if you don't want us to demolish your house.
You get threats.
Yeah, I get fucking
You can't log in if you don't pay your monthly fee. Go pay your monthly
Yeah, so a little bit different, but I'm glad that they do that. Halo.
It's good. Hey, it's very good that it's much better than the alternative than logging into an empty plot or nothing.
That's very true. Yeah, I would hate to be out 50 million. Avatar Legends comes out this week. Splatoon Raiders, new Path of Exile campaign. League on Friday. That Halo campaign Evolved is the 28th. And I think that's kind of it for big releases. And then we're almost into August. And like you said, August, we start getting crazy with games.
August is the warm-up.
Yeah.
And then as we get towards the end, the fuse gets lit. And then as we go into September, it all just kind of explodes. And we're going to get another what was it, 2022, 2023?
Yeah.
When it just was became a cyclone of releases.
Yep.
It's going to be interesting, man, because we're going to have some losers. There's going to be some big losers. We're going to get some Horizon Forbidden Wests this year.
Yeah.
Just giant titles that we thought were going to be absolutely massive that just come out a muted sigh.
Yep.
And it's gonna be interesting to see who that is.
Yeah.
And who the big winners are. Maybe we'll get a few completely unexpected curveballs in the next 6 months.
I hope so.
What was it? What's that game? Some Mecha Chameleons.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Mecha Chameleons we're gonna see in the next 6 months. That's gonna be super fun. Super fun.
I'm taking 4 days in September for my 40th, and then coming back and I think doing another subathon. Because there's so many fucking games.
Good call, man. I'm already like pre-booked on a bunch of random stuff for the rest of the year, so I'm just gonna hold on for dear life and do what I can. Get as much done as I can.
Pretty much starting with the end of August, it just goes crazy, like you said, until kind of mid-October.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the release dates. Let's do some shout-outs. What do you got going on this week? Tell everyone where they can check it out.
Absolutely. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Cohh. It is a pleasure to meet you if I have not. You will find me most days at ADMET over my channel. We're going to be doing more Palworld tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm going to be probably streaming a lot tomorrow and the next day because my family's out of town and I'm going up to meet them on Wednesday and Thursday. So, yeah, you're stuck with me for a couple days. But then as we move into next week and going to be at GCX doing the whole Emberville thing there, which, by the way, October 27th for those that are interested. And outside of that, that's about it. I won't see you next week, but we'll probably see you the week after that as we do a nice big catch-up episode and go from there. So thanks for watching.
Fantastic. Yeah, no show next week unless Zeke decides to do something, and Cohh and I will be back in 2 weeks and probably bring in a guest. So that is that. Thanks, everyone, for watching the short little two-man show. We'll be back with more in the future.
Real quick, Iskavan says, wait, was Forbidden West a bad game? No, Forbidden West was actually a really great game, but it's released and then Elden Ring came out 2 weeks later.
Was it 2 weeks or 2 days?
I thought it was 2 weeks, but
it was very close. It got drowned.
The point is what happened is that for Horizon Forbidden West came out, and then just a little bit later, Elden Ring came out, and then nobody was talking about Forbidden West. Nobody. That game was like it was a whispered sigh compared to everything else. And what's crazy is that if it came out at a different time, it would have been obviously like a lot more of a thing. So in the point we were talking about is that in this next 6 month period, we're getting a huge amount of games, and it's going to be, we're going to have winners and losers. So we're going to see what's what.
Yep.
It'll be wild.
We'll be playing it all and let you guys know where you should spend your monies.
Enshrouded, RuneScape, Dragon Wilds, and Valheim all release within a 45-day window.
Yeah. That alone is insane.
Crazy. Yeah. And that's just 3 of 60-ish.
Yeah, those are just the survival.
It's going to be a C. It's going to be a C.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We're out of here. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you in 2. Bye.